Okay, I think we're good.
All set up?
Yeah.
I'll be upstairs.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
Good morning, all. Officer Peg and Victoria, Attorney Polidoro, and Commissioner Steins, we're just waiting for a quorum here.
To be sure.
Should be shortly, 2 minutes.
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Victoria, do you see the agenda on the your screen?
Yes,
Good morning.
We have Commissioner Steins.
Good morning, how are you doing?
You know, it's getting better. Yeah. Oh, we got a lineup today. Everything
you can't sign.
was in here.
No, doesn't look like it.
All right. Uh, What I said.
So,
You. I thought. I think today.
Do we need 4 in person?
We got 4 in person.
We have,
Yeah.
perfect.
So this is
All good. She, cloud piece or?
Yeah. We can record it. Are we on? Good
Yeah.
morning.
Damn light.
Here.
We're going to,
No, because you know, but that's not.
1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think? Here we give a resume.
Yeah, that we just.
Oh.
It's 10:03.
10:03. Do we need 5 or do we?
4. No, we have a 4. Let's do a quick head count. We. Bill. And you.
And we
That's
have
4.
Commissioner Steins online and Attorney Polidoro and Officer Haig.
Morning, everyone.
Hey, everybody. We're going to start with our regular order of business. We have folks here who'll be presenting on Dunn Warehouse a little bit later, and we'll need a little bit of time at the end of the meeting for an executive session to talk about the architect search. But the meeting's called to order, and let's start with the regular order of business.
First up, we have the review of and vote on the minutes of the meeting of September 12th. I sent you guys a draft earlier this week.
You did indeed. We have a motion and a second.
Motion.
Hugh and Paul, all in favor of the minutes are approved. Thank you, Jan.
Thank you. Next up, we have 4 votes, B of A votes. First up is 529 Warren Street. This was for the installation of the retractable awning and the metal wall sign. 521 Warren Street.
Motion to approve the CVAs prepared by the city attorney. Paul and Hugh, all in favor? Aye. Approved.
Next up, we have 355, which is also a wall sign. This was, I believe, it was the replacement.
Okay. Motion Hugh, and the second, anyone? Kim, all in favor? CVA is approved.
Next up is 327 Warren Street. This is the hanging sign that was an existing straight bracket, and she wants to hang a new sign,
Okay.
an FID.
Understood. Motion to approve, it's Hugh and Kim, all in favor? Aye. CVA is approved.
Thank you. And next up is 123 Union. This is the vote for the roof replacement, the installation of the asphalt shingle roof to replace the failing cedar roof
You got it.
at 123 Union Street.
Have a motion? To approve the CVA, Kim and Hugh, all in favor? CVA is approved.
Thank you. Okay. Now we have a continuation. It's 337, 339 Union Street, the Italianate residential building, and our applicant is online.
Okay.
Mr. Ananda, good morning.
Jan, would you remind folks what the reason for the delay was? I think we were looking for them to complete the application with some
Correct.
specifications.
Yes,
Okay.
for materiality and brands and,
Let's see if we got it.
yeah. Good morning, Mr. Ananda.
Morning, everybody. Thanks for having us.
You, would you look at your screen?
Yes. Bear with me one moment.
Yeah.
If you would just focus on what were the missing bits in the last meeting and how that, those defects have been addressed.
Sounds good. So just to recap, we went over, obviously we went back to the drawing board again and we made some final decisions on windows, which is where I'll start. Basically, we decided to keep all of the existing windows except for the windows in the kitchen because they're not countertop level, and we put wood on wood, painted white wood clad windows on the addition to match the existing window panes on the house. So all windows in the house will be wood.
Okay. Hey Miranda, good morning.
The exterior styling, at the last meeting, the board there recommended that we look into hardy plank smooth boards or to remove the vinyl and see what was underneath as far as existing cedar siding. So you can see this slide here. If I go down one, can you see my pointer?
Yeah.
Yes.
So underneath the vinyl of these really old asphalt siding shingles, and then underneath that is this existing sheathing. So obviously you can see it's in pretty chaotic condition.
Okay.
So
We were waiting to see because often we do that there's actually pretty decent siding underneath new siding, and there's obviously not.
Right.
Okay. How are you proceeding?
Okay, so we looked into, we called out on the plans hardy board replacement siding for the entire building, and we got some pretty astronomical quotes that would put us in a pretty dire situation financially. So the idea is that we could potentially put hardy plank siding on the entire building. What our prerogative to do is to just keep the existing vinyl and put wood paneling on the addition, and then see where the project budget is after the fact, and then potentially take off the vinyl siding and put on wood on the building.
Okay, you're entitled to leave that in place. I know it's not what anybody wanted. Where are you in fact replacing the existing siding? Is that on the front, back, side? Or you're
Well,
not?
if we replace the siding, we would replace the siding on the whole building.
I see. So you're not replacing siding. You're sticking with what you got right now.
That's correct.
Okay.
And
The
that's
next thing is,
in your drawings, just to make sure your scope.
yeah, so I'll get to that in just a second. The last thing on the slide before I go over to the plans for the call outs is the fence. We took some pictures of a really nice fence that's on a neighbor's property on Union Street. And it's shown here, and we'd like to imitate it. So I just wanted to, put that through. We have a color preference here in the bottom left-hand corner. But this is the style of fence we'd like to imitate on this property.
Is the fence on the application?
Fence is on the building sheet set for the application called out, but it's not in the HBC set because we wanted to get through this meeting before we updated the plans for Craig.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think we just need it to be compatible, we need to be the same, right? Because what Craig is reviewing and what we're reviewing should ultimately be the same.
Yeah.
And if you want us to approve the fence, we just need the documents for that.
Do we need to proceed
Right,
with the fence
okay.
today, or will we be able to be responsive on that prior to writing final CBA?
Right, we can confirm with Craig the fence choice if you approve this drawing, or if you approve this design for a 6-foot privacy fence with a 1-foot lattice at the top, then we can put that forward into the plans.
I think we can improve that contingent in order for you to get CBA, that Craig receives that and also approves it.
Real quick, Phil. Normally, we would say we want it before you vote at the next meeting so that it's part of the complete submission. So you could vote to have the C of A prepared today on the condition that they submit these fence details for the next meeting.
And for clarity, this is Craig, for clarity, this 6-foot with the 1-foot proposal is approvable by code. So now it's just really the design that needs to be approved by HBC.
As far as design, I'm not, like, you don't need to give us anything much more as far as the detail or sections of this. I don't know where it is in plan. I think that would be relevant to the submission. Like, these images are really helpful. It's just not a huge lift is my point.
Okay, so that's clear. The drawings need to be completed with the fence in.
Yes.
Okay. Understood.
Okay, so I just want to go to show you, the updated set that we prepared for this meeting. We have our call outs for the windows, and we have our window schedules in here. Let me zoom in on it for you a little bit. But you can see down here, they're weather shield glider windows. So they're all double hung, wood painted white. And the doors are French style with multi-pane glass. So as you can see, that's existing. And this is the proposed design on the new windows and doors on the back of the addition. The window and door schedules are present. And then this is the before and after. As we went over last week, these are the existing buildings. This is the new addition to match the roof style on the top of the building. So I'm really happy with the way that came out. I think we're really going to be able to restore this house to its Italianate style. So here's a view from the back. We have these step down decks on the back that don't require banister railing because they're at 26 inches. So that's basically the scope.
I just want to confirm one thing, on the, siding. You were saying that to re-side everything, including the addition, would be cost prohibitive, so you're going to leave the vinyl existing on the existing house and do wood on the addition, and at a later date, may do wood on the rest of the house if you have the money.
Correct.
Okay.
So the only thing to bridge off of that is your drawings do say that you are removing and replacing all of the existing vinyl siding. So when you add the fence, you should just remove that if that's not part of this application. Because I don't think we can approve it now and then you can't do it now, but you do it in 5-10 years or whatever. That's not how the application.
Agreed.
So basically, if you guys approve for us to keep the existing siding, we can come back in 2 weeks with all of the correct call outs and then go to a vote? Or is there a way to push through a vote at this meeting for
You can
continuation?
move faster as long as everybody's absolutely clear on what the outstanding obligations or contingencies are. We actually don't now have an accurate pilot. It accurate to state what's happening with the siding, for example, it doesn't include the fence. So it's up to the commission if we want to try to give some slack. We can approve as is and have you come back in 2 weeks. We'll have a draft CBA to vote on, but you got to deliver the goods.
And I think that's fine, because the things we're asking for is removing a no and it's providing a plain that shows the fence.
We had I think we had a lag in the sound, or at least I wasn't able to hear.
Right, I think just so you understand how the process works anyways, they would only be voting today to have a resolution prepared for 2 weeks. So
Correct.
that's why you have that opportunity to fix things for the meeting in 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then it'll be fine.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, guys.
Can I just confirm one thing, which is the windows, particularly on the front of the building? These are painted wood windows, you said, with true lights?
That's correct.
They're keeping the existing windows.
Okay.
Do the
Yeah.
plans have that note on them now?
Yes.
Okay.
The sooner you can get us a complete set of plans, the better off we are. So Craig and the commission has a chance to review it before the next meeting. But it sounds like we got a way forward. Motion to find the application complete with the contingencies are going to be. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes, I was a little concerned about the windows on the back.
Yeah.
The 2 windows on the upper part of the building, which are there now, are depicted as 3 there are 3 panes, so I don't know how to see them. And in their drawings for the final, they show them 6/6. I hope they're not replacing those windows. They're very neat.
On the second floor?
Yes. And the other thing is that the 6/6 windows are not appropriate for this house. That they should either match up there or at least be divided down the middle. Because all of the windows on the house only have 2 panes across. And I think that could be consistent. I think the doors to the patio should be less broken up to conform with the rest of the house. I think this is the only thing that I see that I think would be an improvement. We would set it and look consistent. There are 2 windows on the side that you don't see very well that are replaced, which are 6/6 in the old part. So they are not long. So the front of it and the old original windows are all divided down.
All
2 panes.
all the windows on the second floor of the existing house are remaining, is my understanding from these drawings.
That's my understanding too, but the drawing doesn't.
Yeah, the drawing is.
So the windows all on the second floor remaining, the only 2 windows that are being replaced are the 2 windows that are on my cursor right now, which are in the kitchen area, which are currently not at counter height. When we put an addition on the back, we'll have no windows in the kitchen area because there's a room back there. So we need to replace these windows to bring them up to the counter height.
So
And
does this not reflect the actual, I think the question is, you're showing them as 6/6, but I think it's Mr. McGee or Kopnicki said they're 2/2. Is this accurate or not accurate?
Well, the thing is that existing on the house, there's many windows on the house and they all have different pane placements. There's the ones on the front are different than the ones on the side, and the ones on the side are different than the ones on the back.
But if you're keeping them, the plans need to be accurately drawn.
Yeah, in the photo.
Yeah, so
you-
any,
Panes. It's not a 6/6.
so which windows are you saying are not 6/6?
The 2 in the rear view.
These 2.
Correct.
So they're actually, I think they're actually 6 panes, so they're 4/2 or 2/4.
Is that what's in the drawing?
No.
No. Then that's gotta be addressed.
Yes, I think that's the point he's making, and then it's looking at the panes of the new addition, if it's not, in fact, as you show it, 6/6. Considering that with the whole elevation, right? And then I think the other side, the side to the left, we are replacing the 2 windows at the kitchen. Those are not also 6/6 on the second floor. It doesn't look like in the photo, but it does look like the ground floor was 6/6.
Okay, so we need to address the pane placement of the windows on the second story, and then I would say to the gentleman that made the point out that we are really happy to match the windows on the second floor to match the new windows that are going in on the addition and in the kitchen.
So I think it's just representing it accurately and taking that into consideration, and just so we have an accurate record of existing, and then.
Just correct the drawings to reflect the existing windows.
You got it.
Okay.
All right, that's a lot to keep track of.
Should we list the things that need to be?
Yeah, maybe Jen, do you have good notes on this? Can you replay a little bit or not so much?
No,
Okay.
I didn't receive these, so I don't.
No, I understand. Yeah, go ahead.
This is the second time the applicant came with issues on his application. So I think it behooves the applicant to get the application correct and complete. And until such time, I will not see this as complete.
I think to Miranda's point, can we just go down again what we're expecting from?
Yeah, if we can. I'm arguing that, I'm wondering if we're doing the right thing, pushing this forward when, as was just pointed out, there's not a lot of synchronicity between, the drawings and what's being proposed.
So it's three things.
Okay.
Yeah,
The fence, we know the design, we just don't know where it is. If the siding of the existing building is to remain as is, so that note needs to be removed or edited to reflect the applicant's actual intent. And then the last thing is accuracy of the existing windows need to be drawn correctly. And then if there is any change to the proposed new windows based on the existing windows, that needs to be reflected.
Right.
And it is a valid point.
And also jumping back to the siding, you have to call out that the additions will have wood siding. And of course, the vinyl siding is.
gonna stay for it again.
The question was raised, it's not a naive question. Are we really in a position, even with the contingencies, to find the application complete?
No, I think what we're doing is.
I mean, I prefer
I think,
update.
That is right.
I think we're giving direction for the application when it comes back, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So it would be these 4 issues.
Right, and at that point, we can declare it complete.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't see how
I
we
think
can
it's
declare
going
it
to
complete.
extend by 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
If the city attorney wants to prepare a draft CFA and vote in the same meeting, that's fine. If the city attorney does not want to, I understand that.
Thanks,
But
Phil.
we don't have a complete application.
So we're
Yeah.
trying to get it complete today.
It is not complete.
Yeah, and I think Hugh said this, but I think the particular concern is consistency in the windows, making sure that he knows which ones are gonna be changed and how they're gonna be changed.
So let's do that by vote, a motion to find the application complete. I'll make that motion in a second. We're gonna vote again.
Okay, so
Miranda, the second, all in favor, not so much.
Okay.
Okay, so motion is incomplete, but I'll have a draft ready just in case they come back with complete plans.
No, I appreciate that. Thanks very much. So we'll see.
And then
you
does
in-
Mr. Ananda understand he has to email Jan the plans?
I hope so.
Well, and Craig and Phil, I mean, Mr. Ananda, is there anything we can do to help you move this along? Would you like me to send you a list of the things we just spoke about? If that's helpful, I can do.
Sure, it might be nice to have it written up by you, so it's official. I have my notes also. You
I'll
know,
do that.
obviously we're kind of chomping at the bit a little bit because, we're, $5,000 a month mortgage and, we need to dig and stuff. So we definitely really appreciate, anything you guys can do to get us to a good place with getting the permit.
Okay,
Agreed, and we're trying to.
Yeah, thank you.
okay,
Well, let's move on.
okay.
Thank you.
Let's see. Next up, we have the hereafter. I believe the gentleman is here in person. We have an application. It's a new application for signage. An awning, yeah.
I went to set you guys up.
Okay, would you like me to?
I'm not gonna order, just stand out.
That's okay, I'll do it.
Or Craig sent it.
Okay. Let's see, where would you like me to begin? Here?
I mean, it's a taxable awning. And needs to be discussed. I talked to Craig and Xavier's is gonna be.
You covered the dimensions with Craig.
Yeah, I covered the dimensions with Craig and told me the restrictions and also the guys at Xavier's.
So it's 21 feet wide. It's a 50-inch drop with an 8-inch balance. And this is a mock-up if you can see it.
Is it rounding on going?
Yeah, here's,
Yeah, it's just, those are probably the scale, I think we might go smaller than the actual.
the lettering.
The lettering.
Is this on the balance or on the body of the,
It's on the balance, so
so the balance is.
this balance would probably be this big, I guess, or something like that. So proportionally, yes, when trying to put a mock on an image, my computer skills only go so far. So sorry. Yes, if it's the balance, I would imagine the balance is like 6 inches or something.
So it's like
The signage would be much
Yeah, you can choose how big the balance is.
smaller, but it wouldn't be a balance. Basically.
It says 8 inches on the
They
section.
said 8 inches.
Okay.
That's hereafter.
Mhm.
Thoughts or comments, or can we proceed with some votes? Motion to find the application complete.
Yeah.
Paul and Hugh, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to waive the public hearing, request the city attorney to prepare a CVAC. And that's Paul and Hugh again, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And next up, I have 609 Warren Street. Is there someone online to speak for 609?
Yes, hi, everybody. Good morning. My name is Ramsey Kahali.
Good morning. Let's see, I have a couple of documents here. Would you like the plans and elevation or the awning sign specs?
I think the plans and elevation to start, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Thank you very
Sure.
much.
Yeah, let me just put that on. Okay,
And if you scroll down to the second page,
sure.
so here we have the front of the building on 609, and our first proposal is to replace the bifold doors here with a display window.
I'm sorry, could you start with the photograph or facsimile of the existing facade of the building as is now?
Ah, yes, we did not include that in here, but I can share my screen and show you a picture if that
Okay.
works.
I'll stop sharing then.
It's like
Let me pull that up.
I think it is.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Is it
Like
like,
I'm in.
like I'm in? Okay. 609.
Give me 1 second. All right. Thank you for everybody's patience here. This is my first meeting, so I'm a newbie. All right. I'm going to share my screen now.
Okay.
Okay, and so now we've got, let's see. Can everybody see the, oh, hold on. I have to
No,
give
there's
this
not.
permission. Oh, boy. One minute. Looks like I have to go and give it permissions.
Doors that are open.
Yeah, they're all
replace them and just put a store window. Display,
So the doors die?
the bifold, the folding doors go away,
That's
and
good.
this becomes a storefront.
I see. Typical storefront window.
To the
So the plan is to 86, the existing accordion doors?
Yes, sir. Well, so my computer's not going to let me do this unless I quit out and come back in. Is there potentially an email I could send this picture to?
Yes, you could send it to HPC clerk at cityofhudson.org.
I mean, I can just share, I have Google Maps up.
Oh, okay. Thanks,
Here, you
Victoria.
guys, here we go. That's the building, right? This with the umbrellas in front of it.
Yes.
So you can see on the left, that would be the gap where the accordion doors would be.
No,
Yes, that's correct. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll stop. And now we can go back to the plans.
Okay,
Thank you. Thanks, Victoria.
Thank you.
okay.
So, yeah, that's part one, is the demo of the bifold doors and then the addition of a new display window.
Mm-hmm.
Part two is the awning and signage, which I think when we originally applied for signage, it's really, we meant signage on the awning, I suppose, not a different sign that's being attached to the building. So maybe we need to alter our application for that. But yeah, the awning just goes right across the top there.
Okay, let me show this other image. Is this
Yes,
the image?
correct.
Okay,
So it will be that middle one there.
Is the
Correct.
opening for the new storefront window identical in dimension to the area that was covered by the folding doors?
Yes, yes, sir.
Are there trim details, moldings, et cetera, that were around there that are either coming or going in the new version?
No, sir. We're leaving all the trim around except for the doors, obviously, but the rest of the trim remains.
Okay.
And you're adding new trim under the window.
mm-hmm.
Yes, that's correct. To match the trim on the other side as well.
Is that a new door?
No, we're going to use the existing door.
Okay.
So this is existing, this is new.
So the sign is on the body of the awning or not on the valance, right? And is it a fixed awning or a retractable one?
It is a fixed awning.
Nothing else? We're just dealing with facade.
Yeah, so that sign there on the third panel was something we were going to propose, but in talking with the landlord, there's already a sign in that location for a different gallery, so we're not going to apply for signage at this time. That's an outdated photo. So we're just going to stick with the awning. Yeah, this one.
Do you mean
Yes,
this?
yes, ma'am.
My, okay.
So the only signage for you all is on the awning.
Yes, and on the door as well.
And you're telling us that there are no historic elements or architectural elements other than the changeover from the accordion to the plate window, where we're losing historic detail or trim elements.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Ladies and gents?
I'm curious if you find anything.
Paul is the historian.
I'm trying to see if I can find an image of the storefront from way back.
The oldie.
I wouldn't wait I was just curious if I could find something, but if I do, I will let you know.
All right. Are you guys okay proceeding with motion upon the application is complete? Anyone? Hugh? And Paul, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to waive a public hearing and request the city attorney to prepare a CFA. And that would be Kim and Hugh, all in favor?
Aye.
Done? Okay,
Okay,
in 2 weeks, there'll be a certificate, the real deal prepared by the city attorney. We vote on that. It's a separate vote, separate document, so you can't start the work quite yet. 2 more weeks.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your attention, everybody.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
very much. Okay, and that is it for our Cs of A, and now we have the Dunn Warehouse Historic Site Designation presentation.
Terrific.
And I believe that's in person here. What?
How do you want to do this? Do you want to stand up or sit or whatever you want?
Well, let me.
Okay.
And just by way of introduction, at the last meeting, Mr. McGee and Mr. Kopnicki suggested that the Dunn Warehouse be designated as a local landmark by this body. And Ms. Polidoro suggested that they do it or initiate the effort. So subsequent to that, we decided to collaborate, Mr. McGee, Mr. Kopnicki, and I. And so we have put together the document, which was actually not very difficult because this building has twice been determined by SHPO to be eligible for listing in the state and national registers.
So why wouldn't it have gotten voted locally years ago?
Well, first of all, I believe, and this is anecdotal, I believe that in 2006, when the Union Allen Southfront Street District was created, people believed that both the train station and the Dunn Warehouse were included in that. It turns out it wasn't.
Nice.
A few years ago, the HPC did a local designation for the train station. And now, because there's another RFP out and we don't know what's going to happen, and they're moving very quickly on this, I think it's pretty important for the HPC to at least recommend to the Common Council that the building be locally designated so that anything that happens to it would have to come before you.
Is the state designation sufficient for us to review if there's some hiccup in the local designation or not? I guess maybe a question for Victoria.
No, the state and federal designation, they were, it was recently the Dunn and Dunn people made an application once again to have the building designated and listed in the National Register. And that was done for, to get eligibility for historic preservation tax credits. So that, in that document, there is, in what I handed out to you, is the document from the state from November 2024, indicating that the building is indeed eligible for state and national designation.
Is there a draft motion in the kit for us to bring forward?
We did the application, but there was nothing asking us to do a draft motion.
Understood.
and just to be clear, the city owns this property?
The city owns the building.
So the common council has to rule on this.
Well,
We can't.
unfortunately, that back in 2005, right after the historic preservation ordinance was enacted, the mayor at the time, Rick Scalera, decided to suspend the original ordinance gave the Historic Preservation Commission the power to designate both individual properties and districts. Because that was a scary proposition, the law was suspended and rewritten. And now the HPC can only make a recommendation to the Common Council, and the Common Council must actually make the determination and make the designation. And interestingly, there have been very few either individual properties or districts that have been designated since 2006, when all of them, all of the ones that exist today were designated, except
Right. We did this a few years ago with the church property.
The Shiloh Baptist
Exactly.
Church.
Yes. And that one was also proposed by someone who was not the owner. So.
So I think colleagues here have something to
We
say.
have three things. At the last meeting of this commission, I mentioned that as part of the argument for the recent Partition Street project, the new building's metal cladding was described as an allusion to Hudson's historic industrial waterfront. In the Dunn warehouse, we have not an allusion, a reference, or a signifier, but an actual building that represents that history. 40 years ago, it was found worthy of inclusion on the National Register of Historic Places. That status can be pursued because of its opportunities for funding, but local designation gives the building stronger protection. A building is worth 1,000 allusions, 1,000 signs or pictures telling the public what used to be there. The Dunn Warehouse stands as an emblem of Hudson's historic waterfront. It has historic, cultural, and aesthetic significance. Adapted to new uses, it will contribute to Hudson's future. I urge you to designate it as an individual landmark.
The beauty of this building is its basilica form, along with the silhouette on its Water Street side, outlining the basilica and the step table of the extension. Then there are those two unadorned Roman arches. It's a difference within the art. This beautiful building was brought to the fore by its setting in Parkway on the Hudson River, an asset of people. That's really.
Thank you.
I agree.
Can I just say, based on the 2024 correspondence, that should more or less be enough. I mean, the building hasn't been altered or anything since then.
No. But I mean, it's enough for the state and national registers, but you need to decide if it's
Right.
enough for you. And actually, the Dunn and Dunn people have agreed to give me the material that they submitted to SHPO. But unfortunately, it was a limited time and they haven't actually sent it to me yet. But we, before it goes to the Common Council, we can add that information. And it's all of this is available. I mean, the packet I gave you is digitized, so it can be shared. But I just wanted you to have it because it was so little time that I wanted you to get it, like in front of you.
And again, Carol, based on that, again, the 2024 should 2024 happened, still be.
Yeah, that was, that was as a consequence of Dunn and Dunn's
Right.
In efforts to get it listed in the National Register so they could get the historic tax.
So based on that,
Alone.
and then also based on, if you're asking for our, at this point, is it a blessing versus?
Well, that's
procedurally to be
submitted to the common council.
You need to make a recommendation to the Common Council.
Yeah.
So the first step, even before that, first you have to determine the application's complete and compare it to all the criteria. It's 169.4. And then we have to send notice to the Common Council because they're to the city, because the city owns it, that there's a pending application and you have to hold a hearing. And then ultimately you'd be making a recommendation for its inclusion as a landmark.
So we would want to get our documentation together and schedule a public hearing ourselves before even making the recommendation. Is that what you're saying, Victoria?
Yes, you have to hold a public hearing.
Okay. All right.
But we have to give notice to the city before holding this public hearing?
Well, yes, once we schedule the hearing, it says notice shall be sent to by certified mail to the owner. So we should send the notice before the hearing, but I don't think you need to wait to set the hearing. I think you can set the hearing and just make sure that they get at least 14 days notice.
That would put the public hearing basically 2 meetings out.
Have you spoken to anybody in the city about this?
No.
Okay.
But I mean, given the grant the city just received for the work in the North Bay, it seems very timely
Yeah.
that these two projects should be looked at the same time.
Well, I mean, one of the needs for urgency that I mentioned already is that there is a new RFP out for the building. The last time, the people who were entered into the lease were, like, it seemed that they were as in love with the building as, anyone. But we don't know what's going to happen the next time.
Right.
And that RFP is on a very, it's being fast tracked. I mean, the responses need to come in on the 10th of October or something. I mean,
They're awarding 10/31, saying October 35.
Yeah, I want to reiterate Ms. Oster just saying, according to the schedule pertaining to the RFP, the award or final award or decision will not be made before October 31st. That suggests to me, though, that it's going to be made very soon thereafter, as if the current administration wants this to be handled before they leave office. Now, again, we may or may not have a new mayor. We are having a new council president. There will be some changes from the council. But it looks to me like they want this done before the end of the year. And it's been pointed out, I think, in a post on Gossip for Rivertown, that is proceeding much faster than previous applications that were done in warehouse for whatever reason.
So procedurally here, we would find a motion to find the application complete. And then if we do schedule a public hearing.
In terms of the designation, yeah.
Recommendation.
We're recommendation, we're finding that I suppose that the information that we presented, we find satisfactory.
Okay.
And then we need to schedule a public hearing. The notification process through the Register Star is, has time associated with it. They don't just take stuff and post it. So our best shot is 4 weeks from today, to get all that done. And then I assume, would we get in touch directly with, Tom DiPietro, or figure that out?
It's really interesting because the city is, it's not like a single person. So I actually think the notice goes to the mayor's office as the chief executive, but you would probably also want to send notice to the common council president, so everyone has it.
And would that communication, include attaching whatever and all documentation that we have?
Also the city clerk. Yeah, you would want to send a copy of the application, or if the application's posted publicly on the website, then we could just include in the letter, it's available at this link, and then people can go to the link.
Does it matter that we don't have an actual quote unquote application in the typical format that we use every day to work with Craig?
So I'm sorry I'm not there. I didn't realize this was on the agenda. Is there a cover letter? What I would have would be some kind of letter saying, enclosed herewith, we are hereby asking the commission to consider designation of the following property. It doesn't, I don't think there's a formal application. It's more of it's a petition. It's a letter petition. Do you have that?
There is a formal application for, individual designation, and we filled it out.
Okay.
Oh, okay. If you have that, then great.
Have it here. Yeah, good. That was the question answered.
Okay.
Did you say this is digital? So could you email this document?
Yes, thank you.
I get it. So, my sense of the commission was that, this is a good thing. To get a motion to go forward with this recommendation of the common council.
Yes.
Or
So motion to find it complete.
I'll make that motion. Can I have a second?
Second.
Paul, all in favor?
Aye.
We're not waiving the public hearing, and
There will be a
we're
vote.
not asking the city attorney to prepare a CUA. We're going to prepare a memorandum of communication notifying the city of a public hearing 4 weeks from today. Fair enough? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? We're go.
Right.
Good.
And Phil, if you want to send that to me, I can wordsmith it with you before you send it out.
No, I'm depending on, I'm very much depending on that we did it together. Thank you, guys.
And Corey, we'll make sure you get a digital copy, and everyone will get a digital copy of this application.
Yes.
Yes, please. Thank you. And if you could post it on the website as well.
Do you have other business, Jen, that we got on the docket? Because there's some stuff that I want to discuss probably in executive session relative to our architect search.
Okay. No, that was the last thing on the
Lloyd,
agenda.
what's up?
Just want to thank these concerned citizens for taking the initiative and grabbing the bull by the horn and doing something that maybe should have been pursued back in November and seeing something through. I'm very concerned. My mom was very big on historic preservation, and this is a building existing that's historic. Just in, gotta thank you, Juan. Is it Mr. McKay? McKee, thank you. That's what I was saying.
Thank you very much.
And have executive session now?
That's the thought, that we do. I want to talk about our architect search just with the commission and other stuff. So we don't actually close this meeting, do we? We go into executive session and then come back to the regular meeting.
Right.
Yes.
And then close the regular meeting.
Victoria, I just mute, do I just mute everyone, or?
I would turn the video off and I would mute
Okay.
the sound.
Okay.
Victoria, can you
And
stay with through the architect discussion, because there are a couple of principles at work that are.
It's
Would be-
not going to be possible unless she can somehow move everyone into a waiting room. Why don't I just call in and I can go on speakerphone?
Right, and then Commissioner Steins, could you call in on my number, and I'll put you on speaker?
Sure. What's your number, Jan? Do you want to text it to me?
Yeah, I'll text that to you. Yeah, put it on. Hugh is texting you.
Sorry.
So-
You don't need to go into executive session on, I don't believe, we got a letter from the folks who are acquiring, JLE. They're asking for, the commission, to provide them with a letter of support, which they believe would be helpful in, achieving their funding goals. They sent a draft for consideration. I don't know whether I brought it or not, but I kind of, it went way too far in terms of what we were approving, what we're supporting. In this case, and probably in many other cases,
Yeah,
as we,
sure.
as a building, that, is gonna be saved through an adaptive reuse. I'm comfortable commenting on that. We have no information about what else they're doing, housing, for example, I get that. But I would like to limit our comment to the adaptive reuse of a significant and pretty beloved building. Many people went to school, in that building in Hudson. So, your thoughts and feelings, if what I'm asking for, I suppose, is a motion, if you have some confidence that I can pull this off to, draft a letter of support, and I'll check it through with Victoria or anybody else who wants to look at it.
Also uncomfortable with this language. I did read it. It's too strong. I think at this point, since you don't have an application before, you haven't reviewed it, you could say something like conceptually supports the idea of adaptive reuse of the school for senior housing, like conceptually, but make it clear that you haven't reviewed any specific plans.
Fine.
If the board conceptually approves it.
We very much for the adaptive reuse. It's just they gave us nothing else to comment on, and we shouldn't. Can I have a motion to, do you want me to prepare it, other folks prepare it, whatever you want to do? But I think we should get in on this and say, we do support adaptive reuse of JLA.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we're offering you the opportunity to.
You can do, or I would appreciate if anybody wants to self-offer. Otherwise, I'll do it. Okay.
No, I think you have.
Oh, fine. Someone make a motion and second. Kim and Paul, all in favor?
Aye.
What we've agreed is that, Phil's gonna do a draft as described by Victoria. I'll have her take a look at it, and we will be supporting the adaptive reuse of the jail.
Yes.
Now, let's go to executive session. How do we do that?
Right,
So you need
Victoria-
to specify why you're going into an executive session. So it's a motion to go into an executive discussion to discuss, I think it's interviews for the open position.
Yeah, it's that and personnel matter that surrounds that, because the consideration is the folks we're talking to. But I want folks to weigh in on some comments about the commission as well.
So,
Is that the motion?
can I, does Attorney Polidoro and Commissioner Stein, do they dial back in?
Yes.
Okay,
So is that the motion that we?
The motion is that we're going into executive discussion to discuss where we're at with the architect search.
Okay.
okay, so Victoria, will you dial in?
And then give over.
Yeah, I'll call Phil.
Paul made the
Okay,
motion,
thank
you
you.
second.
Thank you.
And Commissioner Stein, are you dialing at Hugh?
He has my number, so.
Okay. All right, I'm coming out of executive session and
Do we have to make a motion to?
we have to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
No, we have a motion to close executive session.
I make that motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
We're now returning to the general meeting, which we never closed, and a motion to close the general meeting.
I make that motion.
And a second, and all in favor?
Aye.
And we're out and done.
Nice. Thank
You.
you. Lovely, lovely.
Thank you.